Okay, so we're going to pick up where that last video ended. So when we were doing this in the calculator, um, this this got 11.9 for the answer. Okay, so now we need to figure out what y is. Okay, so this is 11.9. So y would be adjacent over hypotenuse. So that should be cosine. Cosine of 56. And we know adjacent is 8, but we do not know the hypotenuse, which I'm going to call y here. So if we multiply by y and then divide by cosine, we get y equals 8 divided by cosine of 56. And that value is 14.3. Okay, so we figured out all of the pieces. If you really wanted to figure out b, it would be, this is a 90-degree triangle, right triangle, so these two angles would add up to 90. So you could do 90 minus 56 to figure out what the other angle is. So b would be 34. Or you could say, oh, all angles add up to 180 for a triangle. Do 90 plus 56, take 180 minus that value. That will also give you 34. So whatever way is easiest for you to remember. And then down here, the key would be, for this problem, we're figuring out what angles. We know angle C is a right angle, and we're going to figure out all the other parts of the triangle. So what I want to do is draw a picture. Okay, so we have a triangle. I'm going to label it A, B, C. C is always the right angle in these. We know what B is. B is 25 degrees, right? So if B is 25 degrees, we'll take 90 minus 25, and we know that A is 65. And this value is going to be opposite of the angle, right? So this side is called C. It's 12 inches. Okay, so we've got the picture drawn, and now you could figure out the other parts by figuring out like if you wanted to use A, you could do opposite over opposite over hypotenuse, which is sine, right? So if you wanted to do sine of 65 equals side A, little side A, over 12, then you could do the math and solve it. And then you could do also sine, if you don't want to try to think of other trig functions, of 25 equals little side B divided by 12, right? Because sine is always opposite over hypotenuse. Okay. And that would solve all the remaining pieces. So same for this, drawing a picture is important, right? So you have triangle A, B, C. C is your right angle. We know the hypotenuse, or C, is 2. Do the same things to figure out what each piece of this triangle is. So 90 minus 16, angle B is 74. Okay, so there are different ways you could use cosine if you want, but here you go. So this one you could figure out. I'll leave that to you to figure out, since you have the tools, right? And then you have problems 17 through 36 to do. So practice does help with this. I think I know some of you wanted me to cut this back, but I think it's better to do enough practice. I'll give you a few days to get this done and turn it into me. If you get it into me by Tuesday, I'll be happy. Okay. Ask me any questions if you have any about this, but this is important stuff. It should help you a lot on your ACT.